table for the first time to interview our brother Nick about his brand new project, Nick Jonas and the Administration.
What's up, guys?
How you doing, man? This is kind of crazy. We get to interview you today.
We should tell people how it all went down. That way they understand.
Yeah. You know what? That's my first question.
That's not my first question.
No, that was mine.
So far in all the questions I've been asked, it's like, what was the conversation like and how did it happen?
With us?
Yeah, so why don't you tell the story of how I told you.
Me and Joe I will be Nick and you be the Jonas Brothers.
So why don't you just tell them your story about
what you did and what I did?
And like the recap of the dialogue that we had when I asked, say I'm Nick. Hey guys, so I really feel like I really want to do this project that's been on my heart for a long time. How would you feel if I went to the studio and recorded my own album for a side project, not a solo project, but just a side project for the band, so I can really get this music that I have on my heart out?
And we said, yeah, dude. We all had individual things that we really wanted to be able to check it out, and me wanted to travel and just go see the world, and being able to do a little bit of that. I mean, obviously I do that anyway with music, but kind of on my own, just vacation time and just see cities. And I went to Australia, and then Kevin hung out with your fiance.
Yeah, Joe with Dan.
So we each did things that were on our hearts, and this project was on mine, and knowing that I had their support and talking with them basically every day while in the studio was a great thing, and coming out with a record that I was proud of. And they all had stories to tell from their trips, and it was a lot of fun. The family dinner was loud, a lot of people talking over each other trying to tell their stories, but I think at the end of the day it just goes to show that we're a family and we stick together. And
definitely.
With this project is another prime example.
So Nick, how did you dream up the sound for the album?
Well, dream up, I think it's just kind of came out once I started to see that stylistically some of the songs I was writing were a little bit different than the Jonas Brothers sound. Basically, met with John Fields, our producer, obviously, and said, look, I got these songs that are a little different than the Jonas Brothers sound. What do you think we could do with them? And eventually maybe going to Nashville to record them. And he said, yeah, we should put together this band of the Administration. And we did, and met him up there and recorded this album in about 8 days. And really went for a raw rock feel, and came out with a finished record in our hands when we were done.
So, Nick, you're going on tour with the Administration.
I am.
And it's going to be awesome. And me and Kevin are going to chill.
Dude, are you so pumped? High five.
It's going to be exciting for you, dude. I'm going to come to a show, or like 8 of them.
I will be at the
I'm going to wear like a t-shirt. I'm going to make a homemade t-shirt that says like, Nick Jonas, be my brother.
I want to do it the Administrate Me.
Administrate me, Nick.
I don't know about that one.
That sounds a little weird.
Yeah. No, that's a little
I don't know if we can use that
But
part.
what can we expect from your first solo tour?
Expectations are high, Nick.
I think it's going to be a musical experience, not only for us on stage, but hopefully for the audience as well. Making this record was a lot of fun for us, and it was all about just jamming together and trying to come up with new ideas in the moment. And so live, you never know what to expect. Maybe, songs sound different live than it will on the record. And I think this record was made to be live.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that.
Is it going to be more about production, about performance, or is it really going to be about the music this time?
This show will definitely be more about the music, and it'll be focused on that. Very minimal production, but I think it'll just be about music, and we're going to be a more intimate venue so that the focus is on the music. It's going to be interesting every night doing it because these are some of the most challenging vocal songs, and because I'm carrying most of the weight now, I'm going to have to really be wise about resting up and making sure I don't blow my voice out.
So now I'll understand why you don't call after a show.
Well, I'll try to. I'll text.
Just text message, man.
Text.
Get a lot of rest on tour.
Get a lot of rest. Try to sleep as much as I can.
And as the health conscious one, make sure you eat right.
I gotta eat right. I'm gonna cut back on the bad foods. Try to get some good healthy initiatives going on.
I'll help you out. I got your back.
I'd like that, Joe.
More with me and Joe interviewing Nick next hour. Stay tuned. Radio Disney.
EALL. Nick Jonas and the Administration Weekend. More of that interview by Kevin and Joe. It's now on Radio Disney. Check 1, 2.
Let's do it.
Hey guys, this is Joe here. I'm with Kevin, and we're going to ask Nick a few questions. So Nick, how did you pick the band?
Well, the band consists of 4 guys that I really admire musically. The traveling band and the band right now is John Fields on bass, who's our producer, who we've worked with now for, 3 or 4 years. And then the rest of the band consists of 3 guys who are in the new power generation, where they played with Prince and have done some amazing things on their own as well. And so there's a lot of guys that I admire who have played with some people that I admire musically, and working with them is a learning experience and just continuing to try to grow with them as well.
How is the Administration shows going to be different from, say, a Jonas Brothers show? For obvious reasons.
We're not there.
That'll be different. With our shows, I think in the past tours we've done, we've tried to step up the game every time with production and have newer and exciting things playing in the round. With this show, I think it'll be more stripped back and just, like I said, we focus on the music, which is a cool, different look for us.
How many buses do you have on the road?
Well, as opposed to our tour, which was, I think, 24, 25, I have...
And 70 trucks?
Yeah, I have 3. buses on this one.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really.
And how many trucks? Just 2? One
truck. So you put that in comparison, we had 23 trucks on the last tour and 17 buses. This is going to be a much more intimate tour, so fans that are out there who want to see this show, make sure to get your tickets quick because they are going to be intimate, close, personal experience with Nick, and I think that's going to be amazing.
More with me and Kevin interviewing Nick next hour, so stay tuned to Radio Disney. Continues now on Radio Disney. Check 1, 2.
Let's do it. Hey everybody, this is Kevin.
And this is Joe from the Jonas Brothers.
Nick's got a new project, but we've got a few questions. We saw you on tour starting to write songs, and we were in the studio recording our latest album, Line Signs and Trying Times, and you started writing some more songs and on set. Where did you really get the inspiration, and where did you start writing all the songs for this project?
Well, what a lot of people don't know is that actually World War III was originally written for this side project, and I played it for you guys, and we needed a couple more songs to complete the Jonas Brothers album. So it was the one bridge between Jonas Brothers sound and Nick Jonas and the Administration, and I think it was great that we used it for our record. It's one of my favorite songs. You know, it was a period of time. I think it started maybe about a year ago right now while we were shooting a TV show for Disney Channel.
Are you excited about being the center stage in front of the audience? I mean, it's going to be a...
Is it weird to see us in the audience as well? Like, is that a little odd? Like, the first show you did, you saw us in the audience when you performed. Was that weird for you?
It was actually really cool. It made me feel a lot more comfortable. You know, looking out there and seeing you guys and other familiar faces in the audience made me feel real confident getting up there. And I mean,
just a good way to start, right? I'm sure being able to see artists like Maxwell and Kings of Leon and I mean,
Black Eyed Peas,
Ringo, and all those amazing...
Smokey Robinson.
Yeah, Robinson.
It was cool.
The Black Eyed Peas. The first time, your new album in front of Ringo Starr. Do you what is that?
There's something to be said right there.
How did that feel?
It was cool. I mean,
What was he doing during the show?
He was jamming. He and Smokey Robinson were jamming.
Wow.
And Smokey Robinson gave me a hug afterwards, and actually, this is kind of funny. He gave me a kiss on the cheek, hugged me, and then said, "I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you." And I said, "Oh, thank you."
He gave me his number because he has songs for us.
He told me he did that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give him a call today.
Did anybody else come up to you that night and tell you did a good job?
Yeah, a couple people. It was real cool. Just a lot of people around just saying they dig the song, and they were into the band, which was real cool.
More with me and Joe interviewing Nick next hour. Stay tuned. Radio Disney.
Check 1, 2.
Let's do it.
Hey guys, this is Joe here. I'm with Kevin, and we're going to ask Nick a few questions. Are there any songs on the album that are inspired by personal experience?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's a lot of songs. I try to paint pictures and tell stories from personal experience, whether it was like literal personal experience or just observation and taking my situation and kind of relating it to whatever I'm talking about in the song. But I think a prime example of that is Who I Am.
Okay.
It's the first single on the record, and it basically just talks about kind of losing yourself in the verses where it sounds like I may be talking about a relationship or a girl. Nothing makes sense when you're gone, all this stuff. I'm actually talking about myself and how, I'm almost speaking from the flesh to the soul, saying like, look, there's a disconnect. What happened? I've changed. I want someone to love me for who I am.
That's awesome.
So when you travel, I know me and Kevin won't be there, but you can have mom or dad come out on the road, or any uncles or aunts or...
Oh, biggest question, Elvis.
Papa was there. Our grandfather was there for the recording of the album.
Oh, cool.
So I think maybe he might come out and be there for the road.
Oh. Really?
I mean, I hope he will. I haven't talked to him about it yet, but I think that'd be really fun.
That would be very cool for him.
And then as far as Mom and Dad goes, I'm sure they'll come out for some of it. It's a long tour, and we have Frankie at home and stuff. So
1 month tour, right?
1.5 months, yeah. So do you guys think you'll be able to come to any of the shows?
I'm definitely going to try to come as many as possible. Me and Danny are really excited about seeing a bunch if we can. And
I'm going to come to as many shows as I can. I think I'm going to just surprise you, Nick, okay?
Do it. I'm down. Come to like Detroit or something like that.
You're going to open your bunk and then be like, hey, Nick.
I don't know about that. I don't know if I feel comfortable about that.
Okay.
No.
Maybe we'll get the roomies to come.
Nick Jonas and the Administration Weekend. More to come on Radio Disney.